new regulation. Second, digital files. Third, biometric authentication. And at the end, the last point is get mobility to the pension system. And I just want to end with a Nelson Mandela quote. Education is the most powerful weapon where you can use to change the world. So, and there's a video I want you to see. Please, can you put the video? This is our universal campaign. I hope you enjoy this. It's very quick. There it goes, just a few seconds. Yes.
10 pesitos al día, muy fácil tú puedes ahorrar. Poco a poco un retiro más digno vas a asegurar.
There you go. Yeah.
10 pesitos al día, muy fácil tú puedes ahorrar. Poco a poco un retiro más digno vas a asegurar. 10 morlacos, 10 baros, como les quieras llamar. Es sencillo lograrlo, sin tu bolsillo afectar. Con 10 pesitos para tu afore. Lo de hoy es ahorrar y después tu futuro gozar. Con 10 pesitos para tu afore. Hay que ahorrar diariamente con 10 pesitos o más. Sumar de 10 pesitos al día para asegurar tu futuro, tu afore y muy buena pensión a alcanzar. En 7-Eleven y en Telecom tú podrás aportar. Deposita sin costo 50 pesitos o más. Con 10 pesitos para tu afore. Lo de hoy es ahorrar y después tu futuro gozar. Con 10 pesitos para tu afore. Hay que ahorrar diariamente con 10 pesitos o más. Se te nota que si traes morrayas puedes ahorrar. El guardián de tu afore y tu aliado sin duda descansar.
So, well, thank you. You can see this video anytime you want in YouTube. There are subtitles, so you can understand everything. And well, thank you very much. Now I will pass the microphone to Mary. She will talk about the Australian Engagement Challenge and how to use technology.
Thank you. So I spoke a little bit this morning about the Australian context. Thank you. And spoke about our defined contribution model. So because it is compulsory, we face a different challenge than some other nations. We have a compulsory system, which means that we have a lot of apathy. We have around 12 million workers in Australia, as I said this morning, but we have around about 18 million pension accounts. So that's either one person with a lot of pension accounts or lots of people being a little bit disengaged and lazy and having too many accounts. You can hold them privately, it's not employer sponsored. So it means that we have this large population who are not terribly engaged with their superannuation, as we call it, with their pension. And when they're not engaged, and this is a common problem that I think I picked up on yesterday in some of the sessions, when you have people who are not engaged in the product that you're offering them and a compulsory element to it, then they lack an element of trust in the entire system. And so the problem that we look to solve through technology is engagement. How can we get people more engaged and get them to take little actions towards their own retirement that will add to their dignity later in life? So we broke down the customer journey like you would any other marketing strategy and looked at digital channels that we can use to engage our members better. We are also in Australia in a competitive environment for members of pension funds. So HESTA, the fund that I work for, will compete against a number of other funds, but of course we are the best. No, but we are the best. But we will do so in order to get more members. But also we genuinely want members to stop, think about their money, and combine their accounts so that they're not carrying more than one account into retirement, because it doesn't make any sense. They're paying additional fees and they're carrying additional insurances provided within pension. So they're paying additional rates for insurance which they won't be able to claim on. So if we have a look at the slide there, we developed an end-to-end customer journey across all of the channels, and the one that stuck out to us was the digital channel. It's obviously cost-effective channel to pursue, and when we broke down our member base and tried to figure out whether or not they would be open to us talking to them through that channel, we found that that was a very appropriate way to talk to them, as long as you break the message into something that is relevant for that channel. The first thing that we figured out using some analytics was that our members, when they come off shift work, because they're health members, so if you think about a nurse and she comes off shift work, she starts to access things that we've sent her on her phone. And so we knew straight away that we needed to have a mobile optimised website. And that means obviously that when you look at it on a desktop, it looks right. When you look at it on a tablet, it looks right. And when you look at it on a phone, it also looks right. Our older demographic tend to just look at something once, and they're happy enough to download a piece of information, and then they may or may not act on it. Our younger demographic, of which I used to like to consider myself one, but I don't think it's flying anymore. Our younger demographic, well, I'm going to have to pick on you, Toro. I think I need to show you an example of how the younger people access their phone. Right, so what you've got to do, I'm going to yell now. What you've got to do is you can't just have one device, right, because you're young. So you've got to have this, and you have, no, you're sitting, I think. I think you always sit. Don't they always sit? Young people always sit. So you're looking at that somehow, you're looking at that, you've got that too, and you've got that in your ear. I don't know what you're listening to, but you're listening to something. And what they do, like old people like us, we do this. And if you're Anthony Weiner, you go, oh, whoops, no, accidental send, but you press on things like this. Young people, just that, the whole time. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing it fast, they're just doing that. And you have to, you can carry on watching the TV or whatever it is that you do now. And so you have to catch them doing that in a way that makes sense to them. And we wanted to show them how much money they had in their account. It's very simple. We just wanted to show them their statement. Sorry, you can put all that down now. Unless you want to, I don't know, update your Instagram. That's a thing, right? We wanted to show them how much money they had in their account, and we knew they were not downloading their statements. And their statement is so important, isn't it? What have you done over the year? What have you put in? What has it earned? What have you got at the end of the year? And so if we can go to the video now, I don't know who I'm looking at, some omnipotent person in the sky. Let me show you what we did with the video snapshot in order to get that young spinning person engaged for just a fraction of a second. We did a video about Mexico. No, we... This is a video statement. It plays on a mobile optimised device, and it usually has sound. But what it says is, hello, we'd like to tell you about your, is there any sound? Your super. And then it shows them exactly what's gone on for the year. And it talks them through those figures as well. We've only recorded one voice, so it doesn't say the actual numbers, but it says, here are your contributions, here are your rollovers, here are your taxes, deductions, this is what it's earned, here is your closing balance. And then it shows them how their balance has, hopefully, if the investment team's done the right thing, grown. And then it talks about how a little extra can make all the difference. And then we get into the environment that Alejandro was talking about earlier. we take them to what we call the next best action.